Hello, Mr. Fenneman. You want to buy a computer? No? Why not? All right, I see. Good answer. Thank you. Serenity Now!
Hello and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
Happy holidays. Are we at that point yet? Can I ask you or say happy holidays to you?
Absolutely. I mean, really, there's this war on Festivus here in America where you can't wish anyone happy Festivus anymore. You have to say happy holidays, and it just really gets under my skin.
That's a shame.
Yeah. No, happy holidays, happy Festivus, everyone. We're not there yet, but what is today? It's the 11th, 12 days away until Festivus.
It's starting to feel like the holidays, which is why I wish you such, because we had our first snow here in D.C. It was light. You just got a little dusting, but I got to take Kramer out into the snow, and he peed in it. But it got cold. We started to watch Christmas movies. We have our tree up, so I'm starting to get the mood is starting to move me.
But I am looking forward to later this week. I guess the day this episode will be released, you and I will be in line to see The Last Jedi. Very excited for that, but very excited to spend a couple of days with my buddy. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that Dustin Hoffman cameo. Yeah, but it's going to be nice because we really haven't seen each other that much this year. So we'll get like a day and a half of pure hetero life mate bliss. My buddy Rich actually texted me a picture of socks recently, and I had to do a double take, but he purchased some, actually I think it was given to him as a holiday gift, some Seinfeld socks. And I did a little bit of research. The company Stance, they make athletic socks that have various licenses and logos on them, sports teams and movies and whatnot. But apparently they got on the Seinfeld bandwagon, and there's a Seinfeld/Festivus triple. It's a trio of socks they sell.
Really? What does it say? Just the logo? Or
one of them's just a white pair of socks with the Seinfeld logo. The other one says Happy Festivus, and I think the third one is just red and green, like rings around it. So they're not as Seinfeldian as I'd like, but so the example of like movies they have Christmas Vacation socks, and it's Clark Griswold's face and his body, but it's the various Clark Griswolds throughout the movie. So you see him in his pajamas, you see him in his sweater with the Santa hat on, and then you see him with the Jason mask. So that's more what I would like with, it'd be cool if you had a George, Kramer, Elaine, and Jerry kind of sock, but maybe next year.
I saw some Festivus boxers a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anyone's likeness on it, but you had your metal pole and Happy Festivus written on it. I think they used Jerry Stiller to, advertise it. He's always sort of the face, the scene in the H&H Bagels, where his hand is reaching up for the doll. Yes. But I saw also a Barnes & Noble, by the checkout, they have the little boxes, little like stocking stuffers. I guess there's like a little Festivus pole you can set up.
That I've seen. That's available online.
Yeah, but I haven't really done any holiday shopping yet. Maybe I should check to see what other merchandise is out there.
Well, you better get moving.
All right. Well, hey, I just wanted to tell our listeners, very sorry about last week. We had to take a week off. We had some scheduling issues. It happens from time to time, but we're back on track to discuss what episode this week, Vinny?
We are discussing the third episode of Season 9, The Serenity Now, written by Stephen Corrin, directed by Andy Ackerman, and originally aired October 9th, 1997.
Stephen Corrin. Sounds like a familiar name, right?
Mm-hmm. Of Van B-Boys fame.
Yes. Probably better known as the character Stephen Corrin. But yeah, Steve Corrin was an actual writer on Seinfeld. We've already discussed two of his episodes so far, The Abstinence and The English Patient. We're going to get later this season The Dealership and The Puerto Rican Day. Once again, every writer contributed to The Puerto Rican Day. But, for the main four, Abstinence, English Patient, Serenity Now, and Dealership, can you tell me now which one is your favorite? Do you want to wait until the end?
I'll give you a little sneak preview. I think I'd have to, if I had to rank them, I'd say dealership, Serenity Now, abstinence, English patron.
I'm the exact same way.
Oh,
yes.
best friend.
Yeah. Having said that, though, Serenity Now is a beloved episode. I remember watching this season live. We're like, all right, now we're back on track. This feels like, not old Seinfeld, but it just felt more grounded than the first two episodes. The butter shave and the giant ball of oil, all that stuff. But
a lot of scenes taking place in the apartment or the hallway, for that matter. I can see what you're saying there.
Right. A lot of listeners actually, have commented since we took last week off, oh my God, this is like one of my favorite episodes, top 10 for sure. So I think we're finally at one of those episodes that in this season that people just love across the board. Now, I think we talked about Steve Corrin, like his background during season 8 at some point, but, he worked on SNL. He actually shared an office with Dave Mendel. And when Dave left, Steve was pitching him Seinfeld ideas over the phone, and that's how he eventually got hired on Seinfeld.
Nice.
And he pretty much contributed all the ideas this week from Jerry's emotional side. That was something that, was just rattling around Steve's head as a Seinfeld fan. Like, Jerry was always the voice of reason on the show, always giving advice. People always came to his apartment. Hey, Jerry, help me out with this. What if Jerry actually became the emotional one? But it's funny, when we go back to the early seasons, we commented how Jerry was really sensitive. And
true.
He did have an emotional side, but I guess his character evolved more into this that's a shame sort of character.
Exactly, yeah.
But one thing that's been consistent from the beginning is you never see Jerry get really mad. Mm-hmm. Can you think of any moments where he, either freaked out like on a plane or, really let someone have it?
How about when Matthew was peeling the reel out of the cassette tape he recorded?
That's a good one.
And he swore at him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when he confronted Mike about being a phony. But it's still, as we see in the episode, it does rise to a comedic pitch. So you're not really intimidated by his anger, or do the characters feel guilty about it? It's funny to see him, you didn't call me a phony!
I'm also thinking of Toby, when he wants to get her back for ruining his set. Mm-hmm. It's funny, whenever Jerry gets mad, if you really want to push his buttons, it always goes back to stand-up. Matthew with the tape.
You're right.
Mike calling him a phony, Toby booing and hissing during a show. It's like, you can say whatever you want about me, but I'll be damned if you insult my comedy.
Yeah, that seemed to irk him as well as casted dispersions about Superman.
That too, yeah. Superman wore a cape. Another storyline this week, you got the screen door, which I think is one of the most iconic images from like the Kramer storylines this season, the screen door attached to the outside of his apartment. That idea just came from Steven growing up in Queens, and the screen door on his family's house was just always flapping in the wind and breaking. His dad could never fix it. But I just think it's brilliant to see Kramer not only attach it to his door frame, but kind of turn into this weird 60s domestic dad,
Little Mr. Rogers is in there.
Yeah. But I've actually seen, I don't have a link in front of me, but there was a group of college kids in some dorm who put a screen door on their dorm room.
Oh, you don't say.
Which I thought was incredible. And man, if there was ever a time to do that, we should have done that in college, because we lived in the basement and no one ever came down there. We probably could have gotten away with it.
That is a genius idea.
Now, the Serenity Now storyline is probably the most interesting one this week. We hear it probably 30 or 40 times throughout the episode, but the whole concept, it's all based on Steve driving around with his parents, just like the opening scene of this episode. And, his parents were arguing about something, and his dad started screaming, "Serenity Now, Serenity Now." And apparently some guy, a hypnotist, I think, gave his father a tape because he had high blood pressure, and this was supposed to help him calm down. He gets upset, he says "Serenity Now," and he just mellows out. And after this episode aired, his dad apparently became very popular in his, community in Queens, because he was the guy that everyone knew Serenity Now from.
That's the guy.
Yeah. So you can just imagine as we get to this opening scene, this is basically Steve Corrin driving around with his parents.
I got no leg room back here. Move your seat forward.
It's as far as it goes.
There's a mechanism. You just pull it and throw your body weight.
I pulled it. It doesn't go.
If you want the leg room, say you want the leg room. Don't blame the mechanism.
All right, Dad, we're 5 blocks from the house. Sit sideways.
Like an animal. Because of her, I have to sit here like an animal. Serenity now! Serenity now!
What is that?
Doctor gave me a relaxation cassette. When my blood pressure gets too high, the man on the tape tells me to say, Serenity now!
Are you supposed to yell it?
The man on the tape wasn't specific.
What happened to the screen door? It blew off again?
I told you to fix that thing.
Serenity now!
You know an episode is going to turn out to be a classic when it starts off with the entire Costanza clan stuffed into a car.
Yeah, and I pulled every Costanza clip this week, so...
I think I can speak for myself and all the listeners when I say thank you.
But, it's funny, that opening shot of the car, what car did the Costanzas drive? Because I thought they bought a Cadillac.
Because I thought the same thing. Frank mentioned it's a Coupe d'Elegance, which is a Cadillac, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at that shot, that looks like a Ford logo.
Yeah, or a Chevy maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that made me think that it's George driving, but...
That makes sense.
What did George get a car after the LeBaron? And if so, what was it?
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, I just thought that, shouldn't we see a Cadillac right now?
And why would George go pick up his parents? Like, why would George want to be that close and in a contained space with his parents? It makes for a funny bit, but I'm wondering what's the motive?
It makes me think that once a month he has to take his parents out to lunch or something.
Perhaps,
like that.
Yeah, it's like a date. But some classic lines we're already getting just in this opening scene, and like Frank and Estelle are both in rare form, and they know exactly what their roles are as Costanza parents. You gotta throw your body weight, and
like an animal because of her. I have to sit here like an animal.
I gotta bring it down here to a sad note for a bit, but we only have 4 more episodes that have Frank and Estelle for the series. We have the junk mail, the Merv Griffin show, the strike, and the finale. So get your tissues ready.
Very sad in season 9 as we sort of count down the the final story arcs. This week, actually, we're going to get 2 old characters who we won't see again, I guess maybe till the finale. But
hello and goodbye.
Yeah, well, double goodbye. So we get a little setup here about Serenity Now. We hear about the screen door, more to come. Let's cut over to Monk's. Jerry is out to eat with his girlfriend this week, Patty. And not Patty. This is a different Patty.
I got you there.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just regular Patty, not...
Oh, regular Patty.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Is that real fur? Different woman altogether.
Yeah, this Patty is very different from the prostitute. Instead of going to the Knicks home opener on Saturday, Patty gave their tickets away so she and Jerry could try out this new Chinese-Spanish place called La Caridad. And Jerry, understandably, he starts to get upset. What? We had these tickets, but he gives in. Okay, fine. Patty notices this and comments how, she's never really seen him mad.
I get peeved.
Mad.
Miffed.
Mad.
Irked.
I would like to see you get really mad.
Ooh.
We've never talked about this before, but I think you and I can relate to this storyline this week.
Maintain low tones, Matthew. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll speak for myself here, but I don't really have a good relationship with anger. I don't like to get angry. In fact, I try to avoid it, which I know is not healthy. It's a very natural emotion. But how about you? Have you ever, related to Jerry in this storyline?
Oh, I relate to him fully. And I'm also the type that never. But I think all my friends, the majority of them would say, I've never seen you get angry. I think I've been mad once or twice, and once was quite recently. But I'm over it now. We're good. I'm back.
Yeah, we're doing the podcast. That was a joke.
So, yeah, that was a joke.
I hate you.
Dynamite drop in there. So the lovely Patty is played by Lori Loughlin, who I think everybody will know from Full as well as Fuller House. She was also in Summerland and Secret Admirer. And my God, she is among the more breathtaking actresses to grace the Seinfeld stage. I would wager. I'm looking at her because she's got an Elaine quality where she's like just has luster on screen, and then you got this schlub across from her. But this always felt like a huge get, this actress, because I grew up on Full House. So I'm like, wow, that's this huge actress, on a Seinfeld. So this always felt like a big deal that she guest starred on one of the episodes.
Kind of like a Courtney Cox sort of.
Exactly.
Where you're like, I know you from another show better than
exactly
better than Seinfeld. La Carrie Dodd, which is I don't know why it irritates me so much, that name. It's a real restaurant, actually. I think there's a few in the city, but the one they're probably talking about is on Broadway and 78th Street. So just a few blocks from Jerry's apartment on West 81st.
Hey, you want to go on Friday?
I think that would be a lovely idea, yeah.
Oh. Sounds like a super idea.
But let's talk more about Jerry's emotions here as we cut over to his apartment. He explains to George that Patty thinks he suppresses his emotions. But, really, why does Jerry care about what she thinks?
Good body.
And, of course, George thinks Jerry gets it from him, staying cool, under control. So this moment, where George is like, yeah, I'm a cool, collected guy. I got my emotions under control. It kind of reminds me of a few scenes with George where he's like sitting at Monk's and he tells Jerry, like, every group has someone that they all make fun of, like us with Elaine. Mm-hmm. Like, really, George is the one they make fun of. Or I think this was also at Monk's when Elaine has that bachelor auction and George says, oh, Elaine, I'm sorry I can't go. Sorry I can't participate. And she's like, yeah, too bad. I'm
working that day. Yeah, for someone who always claims to be the most perceptive one in the room and can always sense the slightest human suffering, he's not that aware in these three situations.
Of course.
Very similar. Very good observation.
But Jerry wonders, George, do I ever get mad? Do I ever yell? And he's like, well, instead of yelling, your voice kind of raises to this comedic pitch. So Kramer enters and Jerry's like, well, I'm going to try it out on Kramer here. What does he say?
Kramer, I am so sick of you coming in here and eating all my food. Now shut that door and get the hell out of here.
What is that, a new bit? I can't do it.
That's good.
So George invites the guys to help him fix his father's screen door in Queens. And of course, Kramer tags along. He loves going to the country. And Elaine arrives, wonders if Jerry would like to come with her to Mr. Littman's son's bar mitzvah on Saturday. Jerry, of course, does not want to go, but tells her, hey, if you don't bring a guest, they will save money on catering, so you could probably get the kid a cheap gift.
Oh, I don't think that's possible.
Oh, very good.
Two can play at this prop game.
Was that an actual boggle?
No, it was a box of milk bones, the minis.
Very good.
Kramer is looking at me very intently now. I think I woke the beast.
You got to throw him a bone.
Sorry, buddy.
You'd give a dog a bone. Okay.
Twink.
Sorry. Yeah, so Elaine bought this kid, Adam Littman, boggle, which is... Anyone out there who celebrated a bar mitzvah, did anyone get a crappier gift than boggle? Please let us know.
I've never played boggle.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Apparently, there was a discussion about one David Puddy that was cut from this scene, which is kind of nice because we got Puddy in the first two episodes. It would have been nice to kind of see that track, but in this cut discussion, Jerry would ask Elaine why she won't take Puddy to the bar mitzvah, and she's like, "Oh, well, we broke up." And Jerry says, "Oh, the bar mitzvah's this Saturday. You'll be back together by then." And then Elaine says, I know, but he's going to be out of town.
Now, that would have been perfect to include because it would have continued with the whole backslide and pushing a Coke machine over. Mm-hmm. So I wish they would have kept that in, but Stephen Corrin did mention that this episode ran long, so they had to do a lot of cutting, and unfortunately this joke hit the floor.
Yeah, it would have been great if they included it. I don't know if you could get a David Puddy reference in every episode this season. That might be too much, but...
So the Jerry and the neat thing, so the Jerry and the germ thing plus a Puddy reference in every episode would have been gold. Would have been so sweet.
All right, let's get over to the Costanzas. George is examining the hinges on the screen door while like Frank stands right behind him. He's like right on top of him. And Kramer is trying to take their picture for some reason.
Hey, get a little closer, so I can't see the screen door. Yeah. Perfect.
Dad, the hinges are all rusted here. That's why the wind keeps blowing the door off.
I hate that old door. Throw it out!
Serenity now!
Might be time to just let her go, Frank. She's worked hard for you.
Will you put it to rest for me?
Oh, yeah. I'll take good care of her.
Okay.
Get George to put those boxes in the garage!
Dad, what is all this?
It's junk.
My computers. I've been selling them for 2 months now.
Shut up! You're selling computers?
2 months ago, I saw a provocative movie on cable TV. It was called The Net, with that girl from the bus. I did a little reading, and I realized it wasn't that far-fetched.
Dad, do you know what it takes to compete with Microsoft and IBM?
Yes, I do. That's why I've got a secret weapon. My son.
Frank knows who his son is, right?
Yeah, it's bizarre. I guess he just needs some young blood to help him get back in the game.
Is he trying to channel his inner Sandra Bullock with that line? Because I'm not quite sure, why he would instill these services of his son.
Let's talk about that line. So I saw a provocative movie on cable TV. It was called The Net with that girl from the bus.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear that line, that girl from the bus.
Speed.
Yeah, well, of course. The movie Speed. But do you think he's calling that movie The Bus? Or is he just describing, like, that girl from the lowercase bus,
Huh. I never really thought of it, but I would hope it would be capital T, capital B.
Yeah, the title of the movie.
Because Frank Costanza is so, removed from reality that he would mistake that movie for The Bus.
Or he just refers to every movie as the something.
Okay, I'm with you.
Of course, The Net being a real movie, but I don't know. I just like to think that, but I guess it's just a matter of opinion. Now, we get something interesting in this scene, and it tracks throughout the episode. Estelle is off camera.
Yes, she is.
Just yelling at Frank and George.
Even though she's off camera, she's still packing a punch, because all you need is her voice to get a good Estelle scene.
Oh, it's piercing, and you just wonder what this actress went through to project like that. It sounds sounds painful at times.
Mm-hmm. And Frank telling her to shut up off camera.
But when he says that, is he anticipating her to say something?
No, I think he wanted to get it out earlier. It's junk, and my computers, I've been selling them too much. Shut up! He had to get out his sentence to George first, and then he's going to tell her to shut up.
Yeah, I love this. I think this is so funny. And, as much as we love seeing Estelle on screen, I think she works just as well off screen. Mm-hmm. Makes you wonder, too, like, could she have been a character you never see? She just yells from another room.
She could have, but the fact that she looks very similar to George, same height, and she goes so well with Jerry Stiller that they had to have her on screen.
Of course.
But you can understand why she has had such a successful voice acting career because of that voice.
That's true, yeah. Mrs. Potato Head. That's the only one that comes to mind.
There's others. Don't worry, they're there.
So yes, Frank is getting into the computer business, selling these computers. He's going to compete with Microsoft and IBM with his secret weapon, George Costanza. Now let's cut over to Monk's. Jerry and Patty are out to eat, and Jerry's trying to, tap into his anger.
Damn it. They gave me cream. I asked for non-fat milk.
I think they have 1% over there.
1%? They can kiss 1% of my ass.
All right, Vinny, I'm not buying it.
You're damn right you're not buying it.
Feels like Jerry's almost doing an impersonation of Jerry.
Yeah.
1% of my ass.
Or exactly.
And Jerry's struggling here. He comes clean. There's nothing inside. I can't tap into my emotions, which, Patty kind of baits him here and starts calling him a liar. And it goes back and forth until Jerry snaps with a, "That's enough."
Oh, that was good.
Really? It felt good. Isn't it so weird when Jerry says that's enough?
Yeah. He's like a dad.
Yeah, it's creepy almost to see Jerry so serious, because even real life Jerry, I've never seen him get mad or I don't know, ruffled sort of.
Yeah, if we recall the Kesha hugging incident, he merely said, "No, thank you," and he just kind of backed up and put his hand up, but that was it. He didn't need to raise his voice at all.
Yeah, it's funny how he doesn't need to yell or get angry for me to be scared of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm recalling, it's been a year since I've seen it, but in the documentary Comedian, don't you remember him getting upset with some people in the audience? He had already done his set, but when he went went backstage and was talking to the camera, and you saw him get upset. That's visible. I kind of want to revisit that now.
Nice lively audience. Tony,
good. This limo driver. And, what? Did you hear when I stopped at one point and how many people are talking? How well do you have to do before someone's gonna listen up? How big do you have to be? Now, what kind of material do you have to have that you're gonna pay attention? Shut up! You're in the way.
When was the last time you watched Comedian?
Years.
Yeah.
There's only certain things I remember from it. That being one, as well as Orny Adams, the opening comedian he had on there. Because Orny Adams is coming to town, and every time I see him, I'm like, Orny. I know, I'm sorry. I only remember Orny Adams from that movie. I don't know him now.
No, I think a lot of people feel the same way. If listeners don't know what we're talking about, there was a documentary, I don't know, came out 2002 maybe, called Comedian, which follows Jerry getting back into stand-up after Seinfeld. And it's difficult for him because he threw out all of his material with I'm Telling You for the Last Time, and he's creating all new material. And you really see the struggle that someone as accomplished as Jerry goes through to make people laugh again. And they kind of juxtapose his work with this younger up-and-coming comedian, Orny Adams. And it's really worth the watch because it's at this point, it's kind of like vintage Seinfeld. It's only 15 years old, but...
It's 4x3. Yeah. And then you can fast forward to 2017 and watch Jerry before Seinfeld and see a nice polished HD Jerry.
But it's on Netflix if anyone wants to check it out. It's very interesting. But where are we now? Let's cut over to a catering hall. We're at Dante Caterers. This is Adam Littman's bar mitzvah, and Elaine.
It's so funny. Adam Littman's bar mitzvah.
Elaine congratulates Mr. Littman. Mr. Littman, who couldn't be more proud of his son, for becoming a man. He's a man. And when Elaine moves in for a hug, the 13-year-old just plants a huge kiss on her lips.
I'm a man.
Interesting times we live in, as people are coming out saying that they've been assaulted before. Do you think a storyline like this would fly in 2017?
Since it's coming from a 13-year-old on a 20-something-year-old, maybe not. But yeah, this is definitely an old school premise.
Yeah. So this kid, Adam Littman, he looks so familiar. Do you remember him from Sleepless in Seattle?
I do.
Okay.
I always confuse him with Sage Stallone, who was in Rocky 5.
Oh.
Because he plays Rocky's son, and I think they look similar.
Oh, okay, right on. Who's the actor?
The actor who plays Adam Littman is Ross Malinger.
Okay.
And he was in Sleepless in Seattle. He was in Bye Bye Love, which we brought up in a recent previous episode. And then he was in Kindergarten Cop as well. He played a character named Harvey. So I assume it was one of the kids in the classroom, but I can't remember.
I don't either, yeah. But yeah, I think the Sleepless in Seattle is probably his most famous role as Tom Hanks' son. But yeah, what a... that bothers me so much where he does I'm a man!
He's got the fist pump, and he's dripping with confidence.
Ugh.
And this always just touches me in a way, because I have this long-running joke with my girlfriend, since I get pegged as the sensitive one, and I'm not very handy around the house. But if I ever do something remotely masculine, such as take out the garbage, I'm gonna give her I'm a man. So we'll both say I'm a man back and forth. It gets a laugh.
It's great.
I did install my garbage disposal by myself.
Whoa!
So watch out.
Was it a Clarkman?
No, it was a. I wish it was a Clarkman. It was an incinerator.
Oh, incinerator?
Incinerator.
Frankly, it sounds made up. Now we get an appearance by Mr. Lippman here. Richard Fancy, of course. We're going to get more of him later.
His last appearance before the finale.
And, I totally forgot, not only in this scene, but later on, we get an appearance by the rabbi.
Yeah, we see Bruce Mailer reprise his role as Rabbi Kirschbaum. We don't see any dialogue from him in this scene, but you do see him in the background, and he's kind of surprised at Adam's lunging at Elaine.
Right, and, I didn't check this, but I did read that the rabbi is credited as Glickman in this episode.
Oh, that's right. Because I wanted to say Glickman for some reason when I was about to say it, but then I changed to Kirschbaum.
Right.
So does he have two different names?
I think so. It's sort of like the doctor in the Junior Mint and the Invitations. He's like Dr. Wexler. Yeah, Wilcox. He's kind of all over the place. I always like to think of him as Rabbi Kirschbaum.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Kirschbaum or Glickman?
Oh, I'm Team Kirschbaum all the way.
Yeah, me too. Especially because of the whole like Bruce Kirschbaum, writer on Seinfeld. Yeah, it feels more like personal,
Isn't like Glickman? Don't they say like the Glickman wedding or something? Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Am I way off?
How are you?
Right this way, Larry David.
That's our Jiminy Glick impersonation. All right, let's cut over to Jerry's apartment. We find out it was not only a kiss Adam planted on Elaine, but tongue as well. Wow,
I didn't try that till I was 23.
And apparently, Adam told all of his friends Elaine has been invited to 6 more bar mitzvahs. And the phone rings. Jerry gets into this heated argument about an upcoming flight. From Jerry's side, it sounds like he's getting mad, but it kind of sounds like the person on the other line is being very polite and calm.
Of course.
And Elaine has just never seen the side of Jerry before. Where did this come from?
Patty showed me how to get mad. You got a problem with that?
No.
Good. All right, tough guy.
Yeah.
George is the cooler.
As George heads out to help his dad sell some computers, he and Jerry see that Kramer is installing the screen door from the Costanzas to the outside of his apartment. What the hell does he need this for?
The cool evening breezes of any town, USA.
Right. Wonderful quote. Now let's talk about some deleted dialogue from this scene. After installing the screen door, the scene would continue with Kramer remarking that the screen door sounds like home. Let's test this baby out. Ooh, sounds like home. And then Jerry would ask Kramer, where did you grow up? And Kramer says, 3rd floor.
Ooh, that's a reveal.
It is, right? So it got me thinking, Kramer not only grew up in an apartment building, but maybe he grew up in that very building.
In the building.
I think that's fascinating. That would mean that Kramer, he's had his adventures. He's gone to Sweden, military discharge, whatnot. But what a crazy...
His entire life has been spent at 129 West 81st Street. And also, his strict upbringing with having to be in bed at 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And you can hear Babs yelling at him. But that'd be crazy to think that he lived his entire life in that building.
And if you go one step farther, wasn't Newman supposed to be the son of the super...
Yeah.
What if Newman and Kramer grew up together?
Just best buddies. Ooh, there's an idea for a show: is a kid actors for Newman and Kramer. What do you say, Cosmo?
I have another theory coming up too about Kramer's upbringing, but I'll save it. Let's cut over to the Costanza's garage. We're going to combine 2 clips here. The first is when George arrives on his first day, followed by his second.
Morning, Ma.
You're late!
Morning, Dad.
I'm not dead in the workplace. My professional name is Mr. Costanza, and I will refer to you as Costanza. Morning, Braun.
Hey, George. 2 cream, no sugar.
What is Lloyd Braun doing here?
Your mother recommended him.
Yeah, of course she did. That's all I ever heard growing up is, why can't you be more like Lloyd Braun? You know, he was in a mental institution.
I didn't read his resume.
Another sale, Mr. Costanza. Chalk me up on the big board.
What is this?
This is your lagging. Good work, Braun.
Good for you, Lloyd!
You're late again, Costanza, so listen up. Starting tonight, we're having a little sales contest. The loser gets fired, the winner gets a water pick.
You're not giving away our water pick!
Serenity Now!
You know what? It doesn't matter. Because I quit.
I guess your mother was right. You never could compete with Lloyd Braun!
Want to sell computers? I will show you how to sell computers. Hello, Mr. Fenneman. You want to buy a computer? No? Why not? All right, I see. Good answer. Thank you. Serenity Now!
Mr. Feinerman, you want to buy a computer? What do you hear when he says that? Feinerman? Fetterman?
Feinerman. Something like that.
When you say it like Jason, it can be whatever, really.
The R can be a soft R.
Mm-hmm. Two fantastic scenes where you get Estelle yelling from off camera, you get Frank just ripping into his son, and of course, the third and final appearance of Lloyd Braun.
Matt McCoy as the second and more, I guess, officially recognized Lloyd Braun.
For sure. And more interesting Lloyd Braun, too, you know?
Yeah.
Post mental breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start off from the top. I love Estelle's, "You're late!"
And George doesn't even pay attention to her. Morning, Dad.
And, of course, it's normal for the Costanzas to pit their son against his childhood nemesis to see who's going to sell more computers. And it seems like Lloyd has already been on the job for a couple of days here, because there's this chalkboard in the background and he has all these check marks under his name to represent all the computers he sold.
And we've heard that line before where George, I forget what episode it was, but George says, you know, I always grew up hearing you could never be, why don't you be more like Lloyd Braun? I guess it was the non-fat yogurt.
Probably.
But they bring this back as well. So it is this trend through their relationship.
And we found out in the gum that after the Dinkins campaign, you know, the whole name tag fiasco, that Lloyd was sent to a mental institution. But we find out some interesting details. Like, at the end of the episode, George is like, I heard they found a family in your freezer.
How do you think they got there?
Well, do you think, is George making that up, or is that true? Did Lloyd have this snap where he murdered people?
Well, George says it like it's a rumor going around, but Lloyd kind of confirms it with, how do you think they got there? Serenity later. Or insanity later.
I've always wondered with Lloyd, though, is he like a very dangerous fellow?
Maybe Lloyd will be masquerading around as the Lopper in a later episode this year.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's retcon the out of this season. So I got to say, so far, season 9 has been a nice trip down memory lane with all these returning characters. You got Putty, Mr. Lippman, Lloyd Braun, the Costanzas. We saw the Rabbi as well, Banya. So lots of characters are coming back from various seasons. It's really nice.
For just like one final goodbye.
Whatever.
In the second day, we find out that the loser gets fired, you know, and whoever sells the most computers, the winner, gets the water pick.
You're not giving away our water pick!
Now, can you think of another reference to a water pick?
Oh, I forget how Elaine puts it, but that's what she uses for spritzing the plants, right?
Yeah, and she's on the phone with Jerry where he's like, use a water pick? And she's like, yeah, brush, floss, rinse, Listerine. Yeah, I like the water pick drop again. And it sounds disgusting because it must be a used water pick.
Yeah, of all things, why would you want to give that away? And why would you want it? Oh, here's my gripe with this scene. In one of the last scenes of the episode, Frank will say, Lloyd's phone wasn't even hooked up. He just ringing that bell. Great line, but I cannot help but notice that we see the wire actually go into Lloyd's phone, the actual handset. Mm-hmm. I really wish they would have pulled that wire out and had it not be connected throughout the episode to let the viewer say his phone's not even hooked up. And then when you get to that final line, you're like, oh. So that's my gripe with this episode.
Sure.
That's why it won't make my top 20.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Let's cut over to Mr. Lippman's apartment. Elaine speaks with Adam in his bedroom and heard about his apology from his father, but Adam claims, I never apologized. In fact, it was great. I told everyone.
Yeah, I know. By the way, could you do me a favor and tell Mitchell Tannenbaum that I will be unavailable to attend this Saturday?
Are you free Friday night?
I am, but that is not the point. You are 13 and I am in my early 20s.
Early 20s. I like that trivia. It's pretty obscure, but Mitchell Tannenbaum.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love the names on Seinfeld for the characters you never see. It's really bottom of the barrel type trivia.
But it's fun.
Yeah. Adam's confused because he thought he was a man now and realizes, well, this whole bar mitzvah thing was a sham. I mean, just look at the crappy gifts he got. Boggle. Oh, man. Did you throw it?
Yeah. There's going to be a slide whistle coming up.
And just as Mr. Lippman enters with a plate of cookies, Adam renounces his religion and quits being Jewish.
Walnuts.
I'm going to cut to a later scene here where Elaine and Mr. Lippman sit down with Adam and explain that becoming a man, it takes time, patience, experience. Like his father, several careers of varying success. Those are the kind of qualities Elaine looks for in a man. But Adam's still unhappy and just walks away. And I didn't realize Mr. Lippman was such a creep, but he's like, oh, is that what you're interested in? And he lunges at Elaine.
Attack.
Yeah.
Was that several careers of varying success? Was that a clever jab at Mr. Lippman?
Yes. Yeah,
I took it as such.
So, Pendant Publishing, of course.
Top of the muffin to you.
And
Pundit Publishing.
Pundit Publishing, very good.
You can call it that.
I guess that's it, right?
That we know of.
And I assume that Mr. Lippman is a single father.
Yeah, I'd like to know what Mrs. Lippman is up to, or the formerly Mrs. Lippman.
Right. I just like to think that as soon as he opened up that Muffin Top business, she's like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I can't do this anymore.
I lost respect for you. Yeah. So you got to wonder, has Mr. Lippman had a thing for Elaine all along?
I don't think so. I think he's just sort of he's just not in a good place right now.
That plus maybe Elaine has not developed the Shiksa appeal until season 9, so she didn't have that Shiksa quality about her.
That's true. Let's cut back to Jerry's hallway here. Jerry and Patty check out Kramer's new setup, which is incredible. You got the screen door, of course. But what else is in the hallway?
There's a grill. There's wind chimes. Some plants. Is there a bug zapper?
Bug zapper, very good.
What else?
Fold out chair. An American flag, gotta have one of those.
Mm-hmm. I feel like watching The Sandlot all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was gonna get at here. When Kramer comes out of his apartment, he's got like a cardigan on and like a kind of like a summery kind of like 60s shirt on, and really he kind of looks like that, cliche domestic 60s dad. And if Kramer did grow up in this apartment building, it seems like he's trying to create a childhood or a lifestyle he never had growing up.
Yeah, he's trying to reclaim that innocence.
Well, he never. We don't think
that he didn't have.
He didn't have. He wasn't raised, with a dad, I guess. So maybe he's like trying to.
That's what he saw on TV. Maybe.
Yeah, like a Leave It to Beaver kind of lifestyle, and because as we know, Kramer is going to have some severe mental issues later on in the episode. Maybe it's starting here. Like this is where the breakdown originates. I thought it was really Joey Zanfino and the kids torturing him, but
yeah,
maybe he's going through some personal stuff right here. But anyways,
we all are.
Well, before Kramer comes out of his apartment, Jerry knocks and he puts his face against the screen door.
Which is like a kid move, right? Is Kramer at home? Can you come out and play?
And Kramer, he's, I guess, spraying some plants. He's going to barbecue later after the fireworks. And more evidence to how creepy Kramer is behaving. Patty and Jerry look kind of disturbed. And they rush into Jerry's apartment. And here we get a classic scene.
So, where do you want to eat tonight?
Well, how about going back to La Caridad?
Again? How much flan can a person eat?
Jerry, you've been yelling at me all afternoon.
Well, I don't think more flan is the answer.
Maybe I should just leave.
Maybe?
Goodbye.
Double goodbye.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Happy New Year.
You all come back real?
Did you and Patty just break up?
Yeah. In fact, she broke up with me. And I don't want to talk about it.
Well, then you're free tonight. You know what? I heard about this great place called La Caridad.
That's the last thing she said to me. She wanted to go there also, but I wasn't in the mood.
Oh, what is the matter?
It's Patty.
Jerry, you break up with a girl every week.
What is this salty discharge?
Oh, my God, you're crying.
This is horrible. I care.
Oh, so sensitive Jerry's back.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever seen him cry before, though, right? This is new territory.
Yeah, that's right. Can we think of have the main four cried? I can think of George and Kramer crying. Elaine has cried too. Elaine cried in the arms of Peterman when she first got hired.
Mm-hmm.
Kramer cried when he was fighting for his relationship. I take it all back. And various times he cried. The
interrogation.
There's another one. Yeah. Oh, he was in bad shape there. George cried when he was trying to postpone his engagement with or his wedding with Susan.
Very good. Home Alone.
Yeah. How fitting. It's Happy Holidays.
The old man got to me.
I'm sure there's other instances.
Of course.
Those are some that spring to mind.
Yeah. But I think this is the first and only time we see Jerry crying.
Mm-hmm.
Very bizarre. Right before that, like as he's starting to cry, I love Elaine's line, Jerry, you break up with a girl every week. Mm-hmm. Which is sadly true. I think Jerry averages about like a new girlfriend every 2 to 3 episodes. So pretty crazy.
And Jerry kind of shrugs it off like, I know. It's Patty.
Now let's start off at the beginning here where Jerry and Patty break up. I love the La Caridad, let's go there again. How much flan can a person eat? And in the future, whenever you say goodbye, I want to respond with a double goodbye.
Oh, that's so memorable for some reason. Mm-hmm. Double goodbye. And even, did we... Oh, I think we might have glazed over it, but before they even came into the apartment, Jerry said, oh, those azaleas are coming in nicely. And what's Kramer's line?
Oh, you got to mulch. You got to.
Got to. And there's a great little moment here. I feel like Michael does these things, spur of the moment. But he is going back into his house and he rings the chimes himself to signify like a breeze is coming through. It's a great little gag. And
we get another great gag here when, after Jerry and Patty break up, the door opens, Elaine enters, and there's just Kramer sitting there with a sparkler.
That is sad. Those are his fireworks.
October, right? So he is doing it for, July 4th. And Elaine says Happy New Year.
Well, based on Kramer's concept of time, he's usually off about these things. Now,
I don't know how memorable this line is. And, we're just going through our favorites, I guess. when Elaine enters, she's like, "Did you and Patty just break up?" And Jerry says, "Yeah, she broke up with me. And I don't want to talk about it."
And he slams the door. It's
Love
good.
that.
It's good.
Okay, we got an act break, and when we're back, we're in the hallway here. Jerry's just sitting in the hallway, completely devastated over Patty, and Kramer's just rocking in his chair, cleaning his pipe. And he theorizes, which makes sense, that since Jerry has opened up one emotion, the rest are coming with it. It's like Pandora's box.
That was the mother on Bewitched. You mean Pandora?
Yeah, well, she had one too.
I never remember that line. It was like I heard it for the first time this week.
Oh, really?
Is that one cut in syndication? Do you know? You know how you blank out sometimes? You're watching a show and then you'll hear a line and be like, I don't even remember that in there.
Oh, for sure.
This is one of those for me.
You know, I feel that way about some episodes. Nothing specific comes to mind, but on our rewatches, I'm like, I don't remember this scene at all, or I don't remember this bit of dialogue. So maybe it is cut out. But George arrives and goes inside with Jerry. And Kramer's just sitting in the hallway, cleaning his pipe, when a baseball comes flying across the hall and hits him. So he leaps up and yells at some kids off camera about, "Hey, I warned you not to play in front of my house." And now he's keeping the ball. And then I guess they hurl a rock at him.
And you're not going to get your rock back either. Do you know what he calls them as he goes into his apartment?
Is it hall urchins?
Hall urchins. That's a new one.
I love this. Very similar to Estelle this week. You just never see these kids. Mm-hmm. But you can just imagine them around the corner like,
oh, yeah. I'm imagining Joey Zampino in his karate gi.
Also, Matthew. He's probably in the group.
Yeah. And at this point, Michael storms, back into his house. He swings open his screen door, but then it shuts prematurely on him before he can enter his apartment, and his face gets smushed into the screen door. Which again, you can't argue with Michael being one of the top physical comedians of our time here, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Well, inside Jerry's apartment, here we go.
Are you still down on the dumps? Come on, it's just a check.
You ever heard of a little thing called feelings?
Well, I got just the thing to cheer you up. A computer. Huh? You could check porn and stock quotes.
Porn quotes. I'm so lucky to have a friend like you, George. Ever tell you how much I love you?
What?
I love you, George. Come here.
I'm already here. I'm here. You know what? If you want a computer, call me. I gotta go.
Go wherever you want. I'm still gonna love you.
Look what they did. Look what they did to my house. I turned my back for 2 seconds and they put shaving cream all over the door. Yeah, I see you! Teach these kids a lesson. Where's that hose I put under your sink?
Hose under my sink. I love you, Kramer.
I love you too, buddy. And George.
I don't want to hear it, Kramer.
Listen, when I give you the signal, I want you to turn this water on full blast.
Signal? What's signal?
I don't know. I'll yell, Hoochie Mama.
All right, if I do it, will you buy a computer?
On the signal, George. On the signal.
Only if you buy. I gotta make a sale.
I love you, Costanza.
Robert, you shut up! Now, George! Turn on the faucet! George, turn on the faucet! Hoochie Mama! Hoochie Mama! Hoochie Mama!
Such a great image.
Yeah.
Why does he fall over?
The force of the
the silly string?
Cream. Or silly string.
Yeah. Or shilly string, either one. It reminds me of this moment. I love it. It's in Naked Gun where Frank enters a room and the killer throws a pillow at him and it catches Frank in the face and he just holds it there. He's like, ah! I don't know, just like, how does someone get knocked over from silly string?
It's good physical comedy.
Yeah.
We see two different sides here of love between characters. We see Jerry and George, to which George is very afraid of Jerry expressing his love to him. And then if you contrast that with Kramer, he's very open. I love you too, buddy.
I love that line,
Yeah.
right? It's in the same vein of Happy Birthday, Buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And Jerry is so good in the scene. He's got this like zombie-like grin as he's slowly engaging George. And George is
now, George, turn on the faucet. Turn on the faucet.
Oh, Jay, mama. But George is kind of guarding himself, trying to keep Jerry at bay, and Jerry's just creeping on him with this huge grin.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I think Jerry and George have always, kind of struggled with, going all the way to the last episode where, they get the offer on the pilot and they go in for that hug, but they just hover.
Not quite.
No thanks. Great line, too, that we're going to get more of, the reasons to buy a computer. You can check porn and stock quotes.
Of course.
Porn quotes. Now, I would say on par with Serenity Now is the phrase Hoochie Mama, which...
We're going to see that in the... What's the van?
I think it's the junk mail.
Junk mail, yeah.
Yeah,
Hoochie
nice little callback. It's a pretty derogatory term, I guess, but it just means like a lady of the night. I'm sure everyone would love to check out Urban Dictionary. You can see the whole history there, but I do love that it gets used in multiple episodes. I think it's a great Seinfeld term.
Doesn't Kramer with a mouthful of food say like Hoochie Boochie at some point in a different episode?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Hoochie Mama is also a Two Live Crew song.
Okay.
Oh, another bit of deleted dialogue. At the top of the scene, Jerry was going to be on the phone with Patty, where he's apologizing for singing "I Want to Know What Love Is" under her window.
Now, that would have been great had they actually filmed him singing that to try and... For Jerry to try and sing Foreigner.
Yeah, that would have been great. Anyways, next scene, we're in a taxi cab. George explains to Elaine why the other Lippman kissed her and gives her this new term.
They're Jewish, and she's a shiksa, a non-Jewish woman. Jewish men love a woman that's not like their mother. So she got chicks appeal.
Oh, that's insane.
I'll tell you what's insane. The price I can get you on a new desktop computer.
I am not buying a computer from you.
There's porn.
Even so. Love that moment of,
Yeah, the fact that Elaine pauses and thinks about it.
It's funny, it's probably been one of the most consistent things with the internet from day one. There's porn.
Of course.
There's Seinfeld porn parody.
People don't check stocks as much as they look at the porn though.
Yeah. Let's cut over to Lippman's apartment here. Finally, we get a clip with Mr. Lippman. Elaine sits down with her old boss to talk about what happened.
Don't get me wrong, Mr. Lippman. I'm very flattered that you found me attractive enough to lunge at me. But the only reason you like me is because I'm a shiksa.
That's simply not true.
If you weren't Jewish, you wouldn't be interested in me.
You are wrong. I'll prove it.
Oh, no, don't.
I renounce Judaism.
Ay vey.
Did you ever think that Elaine was Jewish? I mean, as a diehard Seinfeld fan, you could probably think of maybe the Christmas card. She sent it to a priest, a nun.
Right. Father Chelios and sister. Yeah. Yeah, I never really thought... I always knew Jerry was Jewish. George, we kind of went both ways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Elaine, I don't think I thought of her as Jewish.
Right. But if for some reason, they made her Jewish in season 9... I don't think most fans would really question it.
No, I mean, again, she could be half, as,
right?
what
George is.
From George.
Mm-hmm. I love that line at the beginning and how Julia delivers it. I'm very flattered that you found me attractive enough to lunge at me. And she does this real irritated smirk.
Yep.
But it's kind of crazy. We don't really get much from this arc, really. All these Jewish men apparently are attracted to Elaine, but we don't really find out what happens with Mr. Lippman here, I guess. Elaine just avoids him until the finale.
He's going to recede into the night, if you will.
Yeah. But that was the last proper appearance by Mr. Lippman. So Richard Fancy, gotta say, man, one of my favorite side characters on Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Just love him. But I think we're going to get another Elaine scene here coming up with the rabbi. But until then, let's cut back to Jerry's apartment. Kramer comes in covered in egg yolk and eggshells. What happened?
Joey Zamfino and some neighborhood kids, they ambushed me with a box of grade A's.
And Kramer is dealing with the incident by repeating, Serenity Now, Serenity Now, claiming the anger, just melts right off. But you can tell something's wrong with Kramer. He might be lying to himself. And he tries to open a bag of chips. Serenity Now. Sorry, that was my weak attempt. So Kramer is, kind of losing it, and as he leaves, Elaine arrives to tell Jerry what happened with Mr. Lippman.
You are not going to believe this. Now Lippman is renounced.
This Shiksa thing is totally out of control. What is with you people?
What are you looking at?
Sit down, Elaine.
Oh, no, Jerry, I can't take any more gentle sobbing.
I've been thinking about what it means to be complete.
Do you have an apple or anything?
Look at us hurtling through space on this big blue marble.
Nectarine. I would absolutely love a nectarine.
Looking everywhere for some kind of meaning.
I'm in such a fruit mood. Ah, banana.
When all the while, the real secret to happiness has been right here in front of us.
What?
Elaine?
Jerry, I found a way to beat Lloyd Braun. I buy the computers myself, I store them in your apartment. Then after I win the contest, I bring them all back, I get my money back. It's brilliant. Wait, what's wrong with your leg?
I'm asking Elaine to marry me.
I'll store these over at Kramer's apartment. It's all right. All fine.
Elaine?
Jerry, I got a lot going on with, Lippman right now.
Lippman?
Yeah, and him, too. What? Oh, yeah. I think George is calling me, so I'm gonna go and give him a hand. Come on. Come on!
Can I help you?
I guess that answers the question of the will they, won't they, huh?
Well, we haven't finished up yet, but yeah, it's a crazy image to see Jerry propose to Elaine. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember the promos from this week, but this seems like something they might have played up a little bit.
Of course, yeah. I cannot remember what my initial reaction was when I saw this. I really wish I could remember it, because I would imagine as a kid I would have wanted them to get together, but as I'm older now, I understand they're not supposed to be together, and this is the writers toying with us.
I mean, even the audience, you can hear their reaction when he gets down on one knee.
Yeah. And it's so great that Elaine has a mouthful of banana. She didn't even get to start chewing. You can see it visible, and she's just so taken aback. George is taken aback. What's wrong with your leg? He gets out nervously.
I've got a lot going on with Lippman right now.
Oh, Lippman?
Yeah, and him too. But yeah, when George, everything is timed out so perfectly. The banana to George arriving with all the computers in boxes, which are clearly empty, right? Did you notice that?
Absolutely. They're visible. They're glued together, but they move so effortlessly. And I think of Kramer and Michael's desire to have the air conditioner in the box, so it has some real weight to it. I'm a little bit miffed, irked, peeved, whatever, that Jason didn't want to do the same with these computers.
Yeah. The way Elaine gets out of this is, what? Oh, yeah, I'm coming. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Can you think of another episode where she does that? I could only think of one. There might be more.
With Peterman and Susie, right?
Right. What? Yeah, okay. Just
They bought it.
What were you going to say?
Oh, nice blooper with this scene when Jerry's on one leg or on one knee, and Jason is just like slamming the computers into the door, and he's like, I got it. Everything's fine. And he slams the door, and he does it so quickly that I think it catches Elaine off guard, or Julia, and she falls down laughing.
That's funny.
It is fun.
Now, a bit of trivia here. Can you list all the times someone has proposed to Elaine?
Jerry did it in the mom and pop store as a goof.
That's a tough one, yeah.
Thank you.
So Elaine, to remind our listeners, Elaine can't hear because, she went deaf from this big band playing music, and Jerry kind of says it as a joke.
Elaine, will you marry me?
What? All right, forget it.
All right, never mind. We got Kurt, the Baldo.
Yes, that's
from the future,
an actual proposal.
That's legit, yeah. And is there more?
No, that's it. It's just three times, but all varying degrees, right? One's a joke, one's serious, and
one's under a haze of.
Yeah, would you call this a serious proposal? Like, is Jerry being genuine?
Jerry doesn't have all of his wits about him right now, so I would say no. Mm-hmm. He's in a fugue state. Let's say that.
Right. But once again, getting back to our original topic, what a tease for the viewers. And it doesn't end here. You know, we're going to get sort of some meta commentary on Elaine and Jerry getting together at the end of the episode, which I just love. But in the meantime, let's cut over to the Costanza's garage. I don't know what happened. Well, we do know what happened. George has been making false sales, and he's storing all of the computers in Kramer's apartment. And according to the chalkboard, he has like triple the amount of check marks that Lloyd has. So he's white hot.
Hey, Braun, Costanza's kicking your butt.
Watch how it's done. Oh, hello, Mr. Vandelay. Would you like to buy a computer? Oh, really? 24.
Costanza, you white hot.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and...
Hey, Braun, I got good news and bad news, and they're both the same. You're fired.
Costanza, you won the water pick.
You're not gonna give away that water pick!
You want to bet? Serenity Now! Serenity Now!
You know, you should tell your dad that Serenity Now thing doesn't work. Just bottles up the anger, and then eventually you blow.
What do you know? You were in the nut house.
What do you think put me there?
I heard they found a family in your freezer.
Serenity now. Insanity later.
Oh, he's definitely a serial killer.
He's not the murderer. God, I want to do... I dread saying fan fiction, but I love this retconning of trying to connect certain characters. You know, give them a little extra story here.
Oh, yeah.
Lloyd being the Lopper, I think, is just brilliant.
Lloyd the Lopper, the alliterations there. It writes itself.
So many great lines in this scene, Vinny. Which is one of your favorites here?
I really like Frank's. I got good news, Braun. Or we got good and bad news, and they're both the same. You're fired. You got Estelle with still not wanting to give away with that water pick.
Yeah. Oh, apparently more deleted dialogue here. I guess it would continue. George doesn't get the water pick. Estelle won't let him have it. Instead, Frank presents George with a can of motor oil and a funnel.
Okay. I can use that in his Ford.
They're in the garage, so why not?
Maybe they had some oil left over from last week.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's cut over to the rabbi's office. Elaine meets with Rabbi Kirschbaum Glickman to see if she can do anything to combat the Shik's-Appeal. But he says, Elaine, Shik's-Appeal is a myth, like the Yeti or his North American cousin, the Sasquatch.
Well, something's going on here because every able-bodied Israelite in the county is driving pretty strong to the hoop.
One of my favorite Elaine lines. It's so good. But the rabbi tells her, you have a lot to learn about Judaism. For example, did you know rabbis are allowed to date? And he brings up a member of the congregation has a timeshare in Myrtle Beach, maybe after the high holidays, but when he looks over to Elaine's chair, it's empty. She's gone.
Elaine? Laney? It's a rocking chair, but it's going back and forth as if she was a cartoon and you saw a little plume of smoke.
Let's cut over to Jerry's apartment. He arrives home and sees the hallway covered in smashed eggs. It's TP'd, the grill knocked over, screen door punched through, and Kramer's just sitting in his chair mumbling, Serenity Now, Serenity Now. He doesn't look well.
That's odd because I felt perfectly at peace with the world. Eggs you.
I love that, too. Eggs you. And Jerry sees that he stepped on Kramer's last rose.
Oh.
But Kramer, very calm, says, hey, don't worry. There's always next spring. Would you excuse me for a moment? And he goes into his apartment, and you can just hear him smashing the place up, breaking all the computers, screaming Serenity Now, just as George arrives. And we're going to play 2 clips here, which I think, go very well together. A little break in between as George tells Jerry all of his darkest fears and everything he's capable of.
Why couldn't you squeeze one of those stupid rubber balls to get your stress out? Why did you have to destroy 25 computers?
George, you listen to me. I owe you one.
He's incorrigible. You want to talk about it?
Oh, please don't tell me you love me again, Jerry. I can't handle it.
George, letting my emotions out was the best thing I've ever done. Sure, I'm not funny anymore, but there's more to life than making shallow, fairly obvious observations. How about you?
All right. Here goes. So, that's it. All of my darkest fears and everything I'm capable of. That's me.
Yikes. Well, good luck with all that.
Where are you going? I thought I could count on you for a little compassion.
I think you scared me straight.
All right, Jerome. I'm in.
What?
Maybe we should get married. Maybe everything we need is right here in front of us. Jer, let's do it.
I tell you, I don't see it happening.
What? What happened to the new Jerry?
He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, well, that's just great!
I love you, Jerry.
Right back at you, Slick.
All these years, I've always wanted to see the two of you get back together.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
So there you go. I love this ending. Apparently, Steve Korn wanted to do the most obvious thing, Jerry proposing to Elaine, and, tease the audience. Is this the season they're going to get together? And, the statement at the end here, I guess George is the audience. Oh, I would have loved to see you guys get together. And Elaine is the creative team behind the show.
Mm-hmm.
You're an idiot.
Yep. I like the double layer there of George being the idiot. It works so well.
It really does. But I like what you said earlier. Like when you were younger, you kind of liked the sitcom trope of the guy and the girl getting together.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a trope yet, and this was my favorite show, so of course I wanted to see them together.
Right.
And if you want to see what that's like, visit season 7 of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. Now let's start off at the top here. Jason, I think, gives one of his best performances.
Yep.
What's the line?
Why couldn't you squeeze one of those stupid rubber balls to get your stress out?
Why? I can.
Why?
Okay. And, as he, is freaking out, why'd you have to destroy 25 computers? The glasses have kind of fallen down his nose to the
They
tip.
did. They slid down.
It's great. Such a great image. Listen, George, I owe you one.
That is a lovely line and delivery by Michael there.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff here. And, Jerry is coming to a realization himself. Letting my emotions out is the best thing I've ever done. I'm not funny anymore. And some more digs at Jerry's own act. There's more to life than making shallow, fairly obvious observations.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you love this when he wants George to open up. How does Jerry listen? He puts his chin on both hands.
Yeah, like a young teenager having a gab session, I guess.
Yeah, they're in bed together, just listening to each other. And, we have a little break, but when we come back, George, not like the Andrea Doria, George probably gets into much darker territory. Mm-hmm. and confesses it all. And Jerry is just, yikes.
He's got a look of horror on his face.
Is this the first time he's done the good luck with all that?
Did he say it with Jenna? Oh no, he says have a nice life.
Have a nice life, yeah.
He's had to have said that before.
I don't know.
Or after.
This is a weird thing I'm throwing out there. I think this is the only time
No way.
Jerry has said good luck with all that.
I don't have the example in front of me, but it has to be. Because that's like a Seinfeld saying, good luck with all that.
But I'm just saying, like, what if this is the only mention of it and it resonated so well that... Because I remember it best from the Oz parody.
Yeah,
when the prisoner's like, at a BC pricked me with an AIDS-infected needle. And Jerry's like, oh, good luck with all that.
Luck with all that.
Huh. Just throwing it out there to our listeners. If there's another...
Let's see. We have like Seinfeld statisticians who, are able to find these things much faster than we ever could.
Yeah, we need people to be reporting on this live as we record. But, so Jerry's scared straight. He's back to his old self, whereas George is kind of the affectionate one now.
Yeah, they've kind of reversed roles, huh? George is now the love, the infatuated one. I love you, Jerry.
Right back at you, Slick.
Which is a wonderful line, too.
Yeah,
to say to someone after they tell you they love you.
Yeah, absolutely. We can use some of these. We have our 15-9, but
yep.
Yeah, great ending to an episode. It's not like a big punch, like my favorite episodes, but I do like that meta commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Just what a horrible idea it is to have these two get together. And final scene in the episode, we're back to the Costanza's garage. Frank is sitting at the table trying to fix the broken computers.
You single-handedly brought Costanza and Son to the brink of bankruptcy.
Well, what about all the Lloyd Braun sales?
He was crazy. His phone wasn't even hooked up. He just liked ringing that bell.
I told you to clean up this garage. I have to put my car in.
This is a place of business. I told you never to come in here. Serenity Now!
All right.
Dad, you really should lay off the Serenity Now stuff.
So, what am I supposed to say?
Hoochie mama?
I'm in there!
No, you're not! Hoochie mama! Hoochie mama!
Where is he looking?
I don't know where he's looking, but my favorite part of the scene, it's a visual thing, but the way he tries to like protect what's on the table and he just like leisurely grabs a couple things, Hoochie mama, as if that's going to stop Estelle bearing down on them in that Cadillac.
So bizarre. Move your crap, I'm coming in.
And we should point out that one of our favorite Estelle lines and deliveries is the, this is a place of business. I told you never to come in here. Serenity Now. And Estelle says, all right. Like, okay, I'm gonna get you, old man.
I don't know if we've used that line on the show before, but why do we use that and in what context? Like,
it doesn't matter because it's just, all right.
We use it all the time.
It's really fun.
So, what do you think?
So, Matt, does this episode have Chick's appeal?
Oh, it's got Chick's appeal. It's a Hoochie Mama, whatever you want to use. I think this is a great...
appeal at the yin yang?
Yeah. I think it's a great episode. I think it's probably one of the stronger episodes from season 9. Definitely a fan favorite. Even the title is pretty classic. Serenity Now, you think of Seinfeld immediately. Having said that, though, I don't know if it's one of my personal favorites from season 9. It's not a bad episode. I think there's other episodes I'm looking forward to a little bit more. Do you feel the same way, or is this one of your favorites?
All right. I had a lot of fun with this one. I think the two things that made it really enjoyable for me was seeing the Costanzas, both Frank and Estelle, really getting some wonderful material and just living it up with Frank in that garage, yelling off screen to Estelle. And then you have Kramer, that fantastic Mr. Rogers 1960s dad thing going on that we talked about, coupled with his physical comedy, both crashing into the screen door as well as getting bombarded by shaving cream or silly string, whatever that is. But I think those two were the highlights of this episode for me. It was a lot of fun to watch this one.
Oh, for sure. And, I love the Jerry storyline this week, just seeing him, I don't know, get more material to work with, kind of tap into another side of his character. I think is great.
And anytime the writers can tease the audience with it's a proposal, they're going to do it, and then yank it right back. We don't do that here on Seinfeld. Very well done by the writing staff.
How'd you feel about the Elaine storyline this week?
I liked it. It wasn't my favorite of all the bits, but her. I guess it's really fun to have her being lunged at by not one but two Littmans. One of them being a 13-year-old makes for, I think, a quality Elaine storyline.
Right. Yeah, it didn't really do it for me this week. It just didn't really seem to go anywhere. There wasn't as much fun as like the, George in his dad's garage or Kramer at the door. I'm kind of stuck between the Kramer or the George storyline as my favorite, because the Elaine storyline didn't really do it for me. And, the Jerry stuff is great, but there's just so much iconic imagery with, George sitting next to Lloyd Braun and Kramer with that screen door and the barbecue setup. So it's a pretty strong tie between Kramer and George this week.
So, Matt, I got to tell you, I'm looking here at my top 24 list of all-time favorite Seinfeld episode. And I got number 23 being the Muffin Tops, number 24 being the Showerhead.
Here we go.
And after viewing the Serenity Now, I can't remember why I like the Showerhead that much. So I'm going to say Insanity Later, see you later, to the Showerhead. I'm going to knock that out and put Serenity Now at my number 24 favorite episode of Seinfeld all time.
Oh my God, look at you.
Thank you, Stephen Korn.
I said we wouldn't bring up the top 24 unless we had to, add anything to the list. And I hate saying this. I feel like I'm betraying Seinfeld fans all over the world by not putting this in my top 24, because it is...
Betrayed?
It is a great episode. I'm not debating that. I don't know why. I wouldn't take it to that island, if I only had 24 episodes to bring with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It keeps me warm as life grows colder. In my life, there's been heartache.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please feel free to send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or leave us a voicemail at Coco Pasco.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
We're discussing the 4th episode of Season 9, The Blood!
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me.
Serenity Now.